we've noticed as the water industry, when we look at a lot of the coverage, is that there isn't a lot of mention of water. And we thought that was interesting. Here's a couple of conversations that we've sort of had a few times. First of all, people might say, oh, we'll ask about water. And someone might say, oh, well, you know, water's only 3% of the cost of green hydrogen. So almost sort of don't worry about it. Or they might say, well, there's plenty of capacity in the existing desal plants. Or they might say, we'll build some more desal plants. You know, I've heard one speech where people said we're going to build 28 new desal plants. And when you say, well, what happens if you don't end up needing the water or things change? And I've had people say to me, well, we'll just use that water from the desalination plants to irrigate public spaces. Now, if there are any water people on the call today, they might sort of say that some of those reactions don't always sound like great news in the ears of a water person.
Water sector, because it's regulated, costs generally will flow through to consumers. Now, it's regulated because it's an essential service. And unlike in a competitive environment where customers can walk away if they're not happy, they can't walk away from their water supply. So if their business, their water supply makes a bad decision and costs have to be recovered, they're going to generally be recovered from consumers. That's why we have economic regulation, revenue regulation or price regulation of the water sector. Now, as a regulator, I was often confronted by water businesses wanting to invest in all sorts of wonderful ideas. The challenge for me was always, how do I know their customers should be paying for that great new idea?